Hey, I'm Mike.
And I'm Ben.
And we are Smokey Boys BBQ. Today we're back on location in San Antonio, Texas at BBQ Outfitters.
Yeah, this week we're gonna be doing a whole new series, International BBQ. We're gonna take your taste buds around the world, explore some exotic new flavors that you are not used to.
And the first stop, we're hitting Jamaica. Jerk chicken, baby. Let's get smoking. Smokey Boys BBQ is brought to you by Servview Home Pros, San Antonio's backyard experts.
All right, let's get to our jerk marinade. Jerk chicken comes from way back in the 15th century. It was the Taino people who are the indigenous people of the Caribbean.
Ben, it's Taino.
Or Caribbean, depending on who you are. They started jerk chicken. It wasn't really what it is today. And then as African slaves were brought over and escaped in Jamaica, they kind of combined their flavor with the African spices and their smoking cooking style with what the Taino people already had.
Taino.
And that's where we get our modern day jerk chicken. We're gonna start off with our soy sauce. We're gonna do 1 cup of soy sauce. Then we're gonna do a ½ cup of thyme, fresh thyme leaves. So I pulled these off the stem, really aromatic. There's a lot of flavor there. Then we're gonna go with some Worcestershire. All right, there's our ½ cup of Worcestershire. Next, we're gonna do tamarind. It calls for tamarind paste. I couldn't find any, so I got this tamarind sauce. It's an ancho and tamarind. If you live in Texas, go to HEB and check this out because it's actually a really good sauce. We're doing a ½ cup of that. It's very thick, so figured it would be a good substitute for the paste. Now we're gonna get into our spices. Some ground allspice. We're doing 1 tablespoon. This is one of the main flavors in jerk chicken that you're really gonna get, you know, that kind of almost cinnamony, earthy flavor. That's allspice. We're gonna do 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. That's gonna get our little bit of sweetness in there. We're gonna be doing a ½ tablespoon. We're using some kosher sea salt. Next up, we're gonna be doing some cinnamon. We're gonna be doing 1 teaspoon. Then we're gonna be doing ½ teaspoon of ground cloves. This is the other really pungent ingredient that you're really gonna taste in your jerk chicken. It's a really good smell. Now we're gonna add a few bay leaves. We're gonna add 3 bay leaves in here. 2 bushels of green onion. We're doing all of the green onion, except for the little roots. I usually cut those off. But we are gonna be going all the way from the roots up to the top of the stem. The whole thing's going in. And because we're gonna be using the blender, you can rough cut these. They don't have to be, you know, small little pieces. Take all those and throw them right in there. This is also the order you generally want to go. You always want to get your liquids down on the bottom. Helps start the blender going, and then it'll suck down all the hard stuff in. 2 habaneros. Traditional jerk chicken is going to be scotch bonnets. They're incredibly hard to find. So habaneros are a really good substitute. And Mike is gonna love these habaneros in here. But basically all we're gonna do is chop the tops off and then just sort of cut them in half. Ooh, I smell them already. It's a good smell. I love habaneros. It's a lot more flavor than like most hot peppers. But we're gonna take those, we're gonna toss those in the pot. We're gonna move on to some ginger. When you're cooking with ginger, you definitely wanna get the outside layer off. I'll just take a spoon, You can just scrape off the whole outside layer like that. And you'll notice as you're doing this that ginger is extremely fibrous. We'll chop this one a little bit finer than we did with the rest of the ingredients, just to sort of help the blender out. You don't want all those fibers to kind of get caught. But that's what ginger looks like once you peel it. For this recipe, we want to do like it's like a 3-inch root, but this one's pretty thin, so we're gonna do this whole amount in here. Can get really slippery, as you just saw, once you get the outside off, so just get a good firm grip. So I'm gonna slide all this to the side. And then we're just gonna dice this up. So we're gonna do nice thin slices. And then we're gonna line all these back up, go across them. And then we can just do a sort of rough chop. Again, because we're blending, it doesn't have to be as much as you would on something like a curry or something like that, but you do want it a little finer than most of the other ingredients, just for this. So that's looking good. We're gonna toss this in the blender as well. And then the last ingredient that we have left is some fresh garlic. And you're left with your clove. We're gonna do 4 garlic cloves. These are some big pieces of garlic, but who doesn't like garlic? We'll give those a quick little chop as well. And throw these in, and then that is our marinade. We're gonna blend this up, and then we'll get it on the chicken. Generally, when you're marinating with jerk, you wanna do probably about 24 hours. I did a batch last night, that's what we'll be cooking, but let's get this one blended up and poured over this chicken, and we'll be good to go. You wanna pulse it first, just to kind of get everything working. There it goes. We'll let that run just for 10 seconds or so, just to really purify everything. Here we go. There's our jerk marinade. I'm actually gonna taste it because I love jerk. That's so good. Oh man, this is incredible. Again, you guys in the comments, let us know if this is authentic or not. I looked up a bunch of recipes. It seemed very authentic, but let us know. So we're gonna throw these chicken quarters into the bag here. And then we're gonna take our marinade. We're gonna pour this into the bag over our chicken quarters. Nice thick marinade. Now, I wanna save probably about 2 cups. So we're gonna shake this guy around, get it nice and coated. And then same thing with when we did the jerky a couple videos ago. You're gonna leave a little air gap. You're gonna push as much air out of this bag as you can, and then seal it up as close to vacuum sealed as you can. We're gonna take the one I did yesterday out to Mike, get cooking, and that's our chicken marinade.
Okay, Ben is coming out with the marinated jerk. Looking good. I was smelling it inside, man. And then this is a little bit extra so that we can actually put them on while the cook is happening. Typically, the Taino people would be using pimento wood. Very difficult to find in these parts of Texas, of course. So we're substituting that with some apple wood. I think it's a great substitute, nice and mellow. It's gonna be a great flavor profile for this jerk chicken. We're gonna let the big green egg get up to temp. We're cooking about 300 to 350 degrees. We're gonna get a nice char on this jerk chicken, and then we're gonna get ready to taste it. So once this egg comes up to temp, we'll throw that chicken on. Ben did an extremely good marinade. There's a lot of ingredients in here. Oh wow, and this jerk smells incredible. So let's throw the jerk chicken on the grill. Lay each one of them down. I have heavy fire right in the middle of the big green egg, so what I want to do is kind of just work my way around it. Just make a little circle. Oh yeah. Throw a little bit more on top, just to kind of finish it off. And we are cooking, baby. Halfway through the cook, what we're gonna do is rebaste with more marinade so that the flavor profile really comes out on this jerk chicken. So we're gonna close this up, and we'll see you in just a bit. All right, so we're just gonna do a little flip on these chicken quarters. They're looking good. The cook's coming along really nicely. We got a little bit of the marinade that Ben made. A lot of ingredients in here. Just keep an eye when you're doing open fire cooking. It can get a little hot. You're learning your grill. You're flipping, you're rotating, all those things. Keep it really nice and even. So let's get this closed up. We're gonna come back to you in just a minute. We're gonna do a couple more flips and then we'll be ready to eat. The fire can be a little hotter in one area, so just kind of watch your chicken. Put and rotate, you know, so like if some's getting a little too hot over here, kind of stay away from that area. You don't want to overchar, but you want some nice juicy chicken. And just keep basting. And we're just about done. Let's just do one more little layer of basting. We're just about out of the base, but man, these smell absolutely incredible. Caribbean flavor coming through. It's coming out absolutely gorgeous. We're cooking kind of on the outer edge. The middle of the egg is a little warm, but that's what you got to do. You got to find out how to not over grill, over char. I know Ben put habaneros in this thing. I'm looking forward to it. Let's close it up. We'll get them finished, and then we're gonna see you inside. All right, so I think our chicken is getting there. Let's find out. 168, 169, and 170. I'm gonna call it. I think we are good to go on this. Let's go ahead and plate. Woo! This grill is hot. Let's get all this chicken off. Let's get this inside. I'm ready to taste. That chicken looks incredible. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Let's get inside and taste this jerk chicken. All right, we're at the tasting table. This jerk chicken looks great. I think the cook came out phenomenal.
Yeah, it's that nice char color between, you know, you can tell it's not burnt. It's just got that nice, rich, dark brown color.
It smells amazing.
Yeah, it does. I really can't wait. But before we cut into this, go check out our Instagram, Smokey Boys BBQ YT, and our TikTok, smokey.boys.bbq. We're posting a bunch of cool stuff over there all the time.
Yep, we're doing a lot of live stuff, and then we have a lot of new posts coming out, so check us out. But let's cut into this jerk chicken.
Cut some nice big pieces off of this leg here. Man, it is so juicy. Yes. It just cuts right through like butter.
Ooh, look at that.
Yeah, it's really well cooked. Great job, man.
Thank you.
All right, let's do this.
Cheers. Whoa. That is some flavor. Oh,
there's so much flavor.
Delicious, man.
I mean, you saw the marinade. There's so many different flavors in this marinade.
You get a little bit of the heat too.
Yeah.
That habanero comes through just a bit, but it is not overpowering at all, man.
Yeah.
That is phenomenal. Bid's trying to gather up a big old piece.
Yeah.
A little bit of sweet,
Yeah.
and then that char of that chicken. Wow.
But because you're charring it and because of how much marinade, you really don't get, overpowered with the habanero.
Not at all.
It's, there's a kick, but it's not overpowering.
It's actually a nice warm.
I was gonna say, you can tell if Mike's not doing too bad, that it's not that bad. But yeah, I'm
Cheers,
going in
bro.
for some more.
Round 2. Oh man, full of flavor. That is delicious. You need to try this at home.
All in all, 15 minutes of prep, 20 minutes to cook, maybe 30. Like, it's a quick thing, you know? You do 15 minutes to make the marinade, leave it overnight, cook it the next day.
That marinade is
It's an
powerful.
easy one.
Well, thanks for joining us on another Cook Today. Jerk chicken came out incredible. Look forward to seeing you on the next one. And until next time, keep the smoke rolling and the flavor flowing.